Rachel Zegler's transition from Hollywood films to live theater was expected to mark a turning point in her career. Following the controversy surrounding her comments during the promotion of Snow White, many hoped that her starring role in a West End revival of Evita would offer her a fresh start. However, early indicators suggest that the show is struggling to gain momentum, despite the prestige of the production and the iconic venue hosting it. Ticket sales and audience turnout doesn't look good. Evita, staged at the historic London Palladium, a theater with over 2,200 seats, should be a box office draw on name recognition alone. Yet, early ticketing data reportedly shows large swaths of unsold seats, including premium sections. Some prices have even dropped to under €30, an unusual trend for a show with this level of backing and legacy. It's led some observers to wonder, is the show failing because of timing, casting, or audience disconnect? Much of the current discourse around Zegler seems rooted in her promotional interviews for Snow White, in which she voiced modern reinterpretations of the classic tale. Though some viewers applauded her approach, others felt it dismissed the charm and nostalgia of the original. These interviews sparked significant debate online, and some fans appear to still be holding on to that sentiment, even as she moves on to new projects. Dividing audiences. The conversation about Zegler is far from one-sided. Social media is full of contrasting perspectives. While clips from events like the Met Gala show her receiving praise, others express frustration over what they see as performative activism or out-of-touch commentary. It's clear that her public image is divisive, with some defending her artistic merit and others pointing to a perceived disconnect between her and the wider audience. Theater is a unique medium. Unlike film, where box office numbers can be propped up by marketing campaigns, ticket sales and live performance are a more immediate reflection of public interest. When rows of seats remain empty night after night, it becomes harder to spin the narrative. The response from audiences, whether they attend or not, speaks volumes. Hollywood has a long history of trying to launch the next big star through major projects and media support. However, that formula doesn't always work. Examples like Sam Worthington and Jai Courtney come to mind. Talented actors given massive platforms, only to struggle connecting with audiences long-term. Zegler may be facing a similar crossroads. Talent versus attitude. By many accounts, Rachel Zegler has significant talent. Audiences who have seen her live have praised her vocal performances and stage presence. One TikTok user even shared a glowing review after seeing her in a previous Broadway show, noting that she was kind and exceptionally gifted in person. This highlights a gap between her live abilities and how she comes across in press coverage or interviews, where tone and delivery can heavily influence public perception. Reports have emerged suggesting that tensions may have arisen during the Snow White production. Actress Gal Gadot has spoken publicly about the challenges of creating a collaborative atmosphere on set, noting that the process lacked the kind of teamwork expected from a project of that scale. While no individuals were named, many readers interpreted her comments as subtle criticism of the overall dynamic during filming. Despite the backlash, Zegler remains present in media cycles, attending award shows, appearing in interviews, and being considered for new roles. However, there are signs that the industry's enthusiasm may be cooling. Some speculate that studios are now reevaluating their initial investment, not with public announcements, but with a gradual reduction in high-profile opportunities. Zegler's journey highlights an important truth in entertainment. Success isn't determined solely by talent. It also hinges on audience connection, humility, and timing. When public figures comment on beloved franchises or long-standing cultural touchstones, the way they frame those comments matters. For many fans, it's not just about art, it's about respect for stories they've grown up with. Conclusion: learning and moving forward. Rachel Zegler's career is far from over. She may well have a resurgence, especially if she takes stock of how her public persona has evolved and adapts accordingly. At its core, this isn't about cancellation, it's about recalibration. Hollywood is learning, slowly, that audiences are more selective than ever. And ultimately, it's the viewers, not the headlines, that decide who rises and who fades. What do you think about the reaction to Rachel Zegler's recent performances and public appearances? Is the criticism justified, or has the backlash gone too far? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're listening.